Some days you step out on court and you feel like Djokovic, you just cannot miss. But then other days you step out on court and nothing works, and it doesn't seem to matter what you do, you cannot execute your shots. It happens to all tennis players, so what you need is a strategy to try and play your best tennis on those bad days. And that's what I want to work with you here in this video. I want to give you 3 simple steps that you can follow and work on and think about to help pull yourself back up and play the best tennis that you can play on the day. I hope you find the video helpful. If you do, it'd be great if you could give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel before, really appreciate it if you could do that as well. The first step that you need to go through is a mental step, because often one of the big things that happens when you're playing badly is you start to make excuses and blame everything else. And I know this because I used to be the absolute worst at it. If I wasn't playing well, if I wasn't winning, it was because of the bad bounces, because of the court, because of the wind, because of the sun, because of something, anything that wasn't my fault. And what you've got to understand, and what I had to learn over time, is it doesn't matter. It might be windy, you might be getting bad bounces. For me, I had a lot of concussions when I was younger, so I had a lot of problems with my visual system. So some of the days I would step out on court and just things would be blurry. I wouldn't be able to see very well, but it still doesn't matter. However your body is functioning, whatever the court situation is on that particular day, your job in tennis is to do the best that you can with that situation. Your opponent is playing on the same court with the same wind, with the same sun. Your job is to be able to deal with the conditions better than they're dealing them. So that is step 1. It's a really important step, but it is a very big part of the battle. Recognize, okay, I'm having a bad day. I can't control these external variables. What I can do is focus on controlling the things that I can control, which then brings us in to step 2 and 3. The second step is going to be to really double down and focus on your footwork. Tennis is all about being prepared early and being set up in the right position. If you're not in the right position for your shot, the chances of you executing it well go down dramatically. And obviously, if you're having a bad day, it's even more important that you're in the right position. When you watch some of the best players on the planet play, if they're not having a good day, that you don't hear them say, "Come on, Serena, I want you to do a better job with your hands." No, that's not what they say. They say, she's like, "Come on, Serena, move your feet more." Same thing for Andy Murray, same thing for a lot of these top players, because the footwork and being in the right position is absolutely crucial. So when you're having a bad day, you've got to really think about being lighter on your toes, doing a better job of moving into position. Maybe it also means stop going for crazy shots, drop back a little bit, allow the ball to drop into a more ideal contact zone, but just generally use your feet more effectively, more adjustment steps to try and make sure that you're set up in the right position. To help you with the footwork side of things, I've actually got a free footwork program that I've made for you, because I find that a lot of players really benefit from additional footwork training. So if that's something you would like to work on, I'll place a link to this free program up there and a link to the free program down in the description, so that you can start working on that side of things. The third step is to really double down on watching the ball through to that contact point, because realistically, a lot of players' missed shots and mistakes and unforced errors come from just taking their eye off the ball, lifting the head at the last second. So if you can keep your visual focus locked on that contact point, keep your head a little bit more stable through contact, that in itself can make the world of difference. And this is 100% within your control. And then if you combine better quality footwork, setting up in the right position, using smaller adjustment steps, with really trying to watch the ball through to contact, between those, they can really help to pull you out of slumps. Okay, so a very simple 3-step process, but it can be very effective at helping you to play better on those days where you're struggling. Remember to grab that free footwork program, because the footwork is such an important piece of the puzzle. But also, if you're really serious about improving, I want to let you know about some additional help that's available to you. Because the big thing that I do with players is I teach them how to use brain-based training to improve the underlying skills that you need in tennis. And the ball tracking is a great example. Yes, you've got to focus on watching the ball through to that contact, but realistically there are specific visual skills that are involved in ball tracking, and a lot of players' visual systems just aren't able to perform those underlying skills at a high enough level to allow them to play tennis in the way that you want. The good news though, with brain-based training, we can improve ball tracking, we can improve how quickly you can read where the ball's going, we can improve coordination, we can improve a lot of stuff. So if you'd like to learn more about it, I've got a free training. I'll place a link up there and I'll place a link down in the description so that you can check that one out. If you're not interested, no problem at all. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Let me know how you get on with this 3-step process.